Thanks, Oprah. Now we have an exclusive interview with Al Gore. I just wanted to say thanks to a Tom from a Tom. As many of you know, I am super famous for interviewing super famous people. Give it up for Tom Cruise! Woo!
Just take those old records on down!
So I bring to you self-proclaimed maverick, Sarah Palin.
Hey Tom, it's so great to be here.
But today, I have a super special guest, Al Gore.
Hey Tom.
Hey, Al.
It's good to be here on 60 Minutes. I'm here to talk about some very serious issues about global warming and the environment today.
I'm glad to have you here, Al. I look forward to really racking your brain throughout the next 60 minutes.
It's great to be here.
So Al, may I call you Al?
Can you call me Mr. Gore, please? I'm a very important figure in American society, so if you were to show me some respect like other people don't, that'd be great.
Okay, Mr. Gore, can I call you Mr. Gore?
Yeah, that'd be super.
So, today we're gonna...
Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry for laughing, Mr. Gore. We're going to be talking about environmental history from 1950 to the present day, and it should be an excellent segment here on 60 Minutes.
In 1945, Harry Truman chose to bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which had a very, very negative impact on the environment and the people around Japan. It caused many radioactive materials into the environment, which has had a negative effect for 50 years. After that, Harry Truman issued a proclamation to offshore drill throughout the world.
That is very bad, Mr. Gore. Would you classify this as the beginning of the end?
Yeah, it is very bad for the people and the environment throughout the world. I like to call it the inconvenient truth. 1949 marked a very serious year as air pollution became a major issue throughout the United States, as a conference was sponsored by the Public Health Services. Also that year, the United Nations held multiple conferences about natural resources and how we had to utilize them and conserve them for the future.
What happened next, Mr. Gore?
Then in 1953, Gilbert A. Plas published the first paper about global warming, but no one wanted to listen and no one took him serious. Then in 1955, Congress passed the Air Pollution Control Act, which was a forerunner to the Clean Air Act in 1963. In 1962, Rachel Carson published Silent Spring, which informed the readers and the public about the dangers of pesticides and how it would kill off animals, insects, trees, and other living organisms out there.
Now, there was a lot of speculation going on, Mr. Gore, on whether or not she truly believed this or she was looking to stir up commotion in the public sphere.
Yeah, well, she definitely meant it. She was right. In 1970, DDT was banned throughout the United States and had an immediate positive impact on the environment.
But there were still a lot of other chemicals just as bad left in the environment to still do work with.
Certainly. Now, us humans have to be aware of what we put into the environment and how it impacts it.
Very true, Mr. Gore. Very true.
Now I have a trick question for you here, Mr. Gore. When is my favorite holiday? What was the first day it was celebrated?
Tom, would that day be April 22nd, 1970, the first National Earth Day in the United States, and it also led to a decrease in air pollution, water pollution, but it was still not enough for the environment, as we still need to have a conscientious effort into reducing harmful effects of various things on the environment. In 1982, the United Nations passed the World Charter for Nature, as it led to many reforms in conservation, preservation, and it also led to the belief that the world's genetic
Viability, I believe?
Yeah, cannot be compromised for any of the industrial motivations of people or civilization.
Absolutely. This was really instrumental, if I'm correct, helping the ecosystem and rebuilding this earth from the ground up.
Yeah, it led to many positive impacts on the environment as people, were now aware of what they were doing to it, and, were directed from the leaders of the world that they cannot just do whatever they want into the environment, and they need to, they have to have a motive, and they can't compromise the earth's materials for, whatever they want.
And once again, I believe that this wasn't enough. We still needed more, correct?
Yes, we still need to do much for the environment. We can't just stop now that the United Nations passed one world charter. You see, it's a continuous process. Today we can't. We have to be very conscientious. We have to be aware of our water pollution, our air pollution, to help us live in a more safe and clean world. Really,
That's what it's all about.
it is.
Now we have a couple minutes here left, Mr. Gore, and I'd really just like to ask you one question. What do you say to the people out there who think global warming is still a myth?
Well, you see, Tom, that's a very silly belief. Global warming is very real. As the increased temperatures throughout the world, the ice caps in the north and south are melting, which is going to kill off one or two species now, but that's going to lead to a domino effect and eventually kill off multiple species and interrupting many ecosystems throughout the world. And if we humans don't act now, then this issue is going to grow, and one day, in 50 years or so, we're not going to be able to do anything to help it, and we're just going to be stuck here in the grasp of global warming.
Thank you, Mr. Gore. Your time
It's
was
been a pleasure, Tom.
It's been a pleasure. Now back to you, Tom, at the studios.
Mr. Gore left out one important fact that we all need to take into account when we discuss environmental history. On April 1st, 1979, at 3 Mile Island, a nuclear reactor broke down. This led to an outcry from the public against nuclear power plants. One of our CBS colleagues lived through this experience, shockingly. Here is the footage from the site.
Wow, me, Professor Case, having this wonderful opportunity of studying within 3 Mile Island as a nuclear physicist. Wow, life couldn't get better.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
Danger? Danger? What's going on? What's going on? Ah, radioactive blood! I am Professor Wackman!
Okay, America. That's it for 60 Minutes. Tune in next week.
I'm sexy and I know it. Aye. I'm sexy and I know it. Check it out. Check it out.
Excelsior!
Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, wiggle,